What is going on, kid family? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video we will be working on these headlights off this 2009 Hyundai Accent. Both headlights are fading, they're chipping, they're yellowing, especially towards the top of the surface, and I've restored these once before using a polishing method and it just does not work, guys. So if you guys are interested in how to permanently fix your bad dimmy yellowy headlights, keep watching this video. I'm going to show you guys how to spray some real automotive 2K clear coat on these headlights to permanently fix them and restore the clarity. So keep watching. Alright guys, obviously you could paint these things on the car, but you're going to have to protect the car from all the clear coat overspray, which is not recommended if your headlights are able to be removed quite easily. Definitely recommend removing them, just like on this vehicle. A couple bolts and they come right out. Alright, so like any other restoration or polishing, the first thing you guys want to do is just sand out these imperfections, this oxidation out from your headlight. For that, we are using a 500 grit sandpaper. We are going to be wet sanding it right here. So once we smooth out this finish, I'll take a look. We'll see how much oxidation was removed. We might move this up to like a 600 or 800, depending how the finish looks like. I recently did respray a clear coat on a headlight after sanding with 500 grit sandpaper scratches, and you know what, even though after the clear coat you could still see some of the scratches, so we might have to move up, but we don't want to move up too high where the clear coat won't really be able to attach itself onto those scratches. So too big will leave some imperfections in the finish. Too small, you probably won't adhere your clear coat properly. You might have runs in the paint when you start clearing it. So let's go ahead and do this real quick and we'll get back to you after that. Alright guys, I got them sanded with 500 grit sandpaper. For the most part, nice and smooth. The yellowing and the faded oxidation seems to be gone right now. Now I am going to run it with an 800 right now. 800 is pretty much as fine as I'm going to leave it. Some people might have different opinions. You know, I don't have a 600. I would like to do a 600, then maybe an 800 at maximum. I've seen people doing up to 1500 to 2000 grit sandpaper sanding and then clear coating it, but I would have to agree with people that that is not enough material to grab onto for the clear coat. So let's go ahead, run the 800, and then I think we'll be ready to clear coat. Alright guys, we have it sanded with 500 then 800. This is the current state of it. Of course it's going to be hazy before we apply the clear coat. We made sure we air dried these things out. They are nice and dry, and at this point I am going to use a wax and grease remover. Just clean off the headlights of any residue that might be on there. And also when you do apply this, you can kind of gauge how clear the headlights will be. I mean, I can still kind of see some fine scratches, so I'm curious how this will come out. Again, this is my first time clear coating headlights with a 2K clear coat, so we'll just have to see how the final result will be, and then we can only improve upon this process for future projects. Just ready to pour the clear coat and the hardener. So this system, this Upol system, is a 4-to-1 clear coat. So on your mixing cup we are going to be looking at the 4-to-1-to-1. Sometimes the last one is a reducer. We're not going to be running any kind of reducer, just clear coat and hardener. So we don't need a lot of clear coat, so we're just going to be going for the smallest amount of measurement here. We're going to just go 1 to the next one, and that's 4-to-1 mixing ratio. We're probably going to have an excess amount of clear coat like always. I wish this cup read a little bit lower volume of fluid. That's why we wouldn't have to waste a lot, but I'm prepared already if we are going to have an excess amount of clear coat. I'm actually going to try to clear coat this valve cover. We painted this not too long ago, but we did not use a clear coat. This was actually just a Krylon spray from the can. If we have room and if we have time and if we have clear coat, we'll try to spray this as well. And I am not sanding this, so we'll see how it works out. But I really do gotta appreciate the easy pour things right here that they have built in. It seems like it's going to be much easier to pour. I already cleaned out the gun with some mineral spirits. I kind of got the air pressure set at around 35 to 40 psi. Got the water filter here. I should have really cleaned this gun out a little bit better last time I was painting the valve cover, but it is what it is, man. So let's go ahead and get started. Pour this paint 4 to 1. Let's start mixing this. It is getting a little bit more humid at this point. It's still not raining, but we want to get this done before so we don't have any problems. So I'll put you guys down. Very nice. This thing pours beautifully from the can. I'm very impressed with this so far. Here comes the hardener, guys. And the beauty of this is because the actual clear coat and the hardener are separate here, you can spray as many times as you would like with this kit. If you buy the 2K clear coat spray aerosol can, once you release the hardener, I mean, it's just game over. You can use it once. Alright guys, so hardener is in. Time to mix this up. Let's get going. So I've always painted with Rust-Oleum paints, and those were generally a lot thicker, so I'm curious how this thinner fluid consistency will spray out from the gun. I know I gotta be cautious so I do not have runs. I gotta be careful. So I'm gonna strain this right now, pour it in, and get started. And this thing is not good for you, man. These clear coats have so many toxins in them. We don't want to be breathing this, so we're gonna have to put on our mask, helmet, everything, gloves, protection. All right guys, we are ready. We are strapped. We got 2 exhaust vents right over here with my own created filters here so we don't get people's yards contaminated. Everything is mixed up properly in the gun. This is nice and clean. I'm just gonna tack rack it before I start spraying. We'll lay some test passes on the cardboard, make sure our fan pattern is good, and we'll get started. All right, let's get it done, boys. Let's get it done. I don't even know where to place you guys. So we just want to give it a nice light coat in the beginning. Make sure it doesn't run. Make sure that the clear coat adheres properly to the plastic, and then we'll put on the second coat. The clear coat actually, it tells us 2 coats. It tells us to apply 2 thin coats with about a 5 to 10 minute flash time, so much faster than those Rust-Oleum paint jobs. Alright guys, 2 coats is all it took. It looks phenomenal. The coverage is great. The clarity is great. All the sanding scratches are gone. We just got a tiny bit of a drip right here. But other than that, everything else looks good. Again, keep in mind, these are 10-year-old headlights, 11-year-old headlights. So there's still some imperfections from the inside of the plastic housing. and there's, you know, there's some cracking that is from the inside. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it here, but dang, I mean, the clear coat flowed out really nice. All it took is just that little adhesion coat, and then one real coat where I covered it really well, and these things are looking phenomenal. And again, the whole point of this thing is I just want to clear it. I want to have it flow out really nice, and I don't want to buff it out, because now you're just doing so many steps, and you know, buffing it out will give it better clarity, but it's going to take away some of the layer of clear coat. And you know, honestly, all we want is just to have as much protection from the clear coat as possible. Obviously, we're painting in the garage. There's a few dust speckles in there, so running it with like a 2000 grit sandpaper will fix that, and you can compound it after that. But I'm pretty happy, guys. Again, guys, this is my first time spray painting a clear coat with the Harbor Freights spray gun. So far, great results with the Upol system. Links for this will be in the description below. Again, guys, I've mentioned a few times how some clear coats will wrinkle up the plastic and crack it. So far, great results. Not sponsored in this video, guys, but beautiful results. I'm gonna take this one outside just to show you guys. I'm actually gonna paint something else real quick, so we gotta put these in a different location. Take a look at that. Fantastic clarity. Can't ask for much more. Alright, guys, and there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. It took a lot of work. Well, it wasn't actually that bad, because it's a fast acting hardener. It dries pretty quick, so much faster than spraying Rust-Oleum like I did in the past. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, because we're gonna have plenty more videos like this on plenty more cars. So like the video, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see us